What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 with me, the Virtual Mechanic, and today's beautiful project. Yes, this is another relatively new mod from Jackyl. This is the MGTA Midget Roadster, and we've gone for the race car edition on this one today. There is two versions. There's your standard version and this race car edition. I haven't seen both versions together, so I don't know what the differences between them. So you're going to have to find that one out for yourself. This one is available in the barn, the junkyard, or the auction house. And we got ours from the auction house, the bad auction house, for this very classic race car, 1938 MG Midget. Absolutely love that. Very bad condition apart from the frame. It's not too shabby. We'll be able to pull all of this back a little bit later on. But did we get a good deal for it? No. Of course we didn't. 31,586 is what I paid, and I could sell it for 27,667, losing out on 3,919 before we even begin. But today, we're going to be taking this classic race car onto the drag strip to see if it's still got what it used to have when it was a race car compared to the current cars on the drag strip. Now, the engine in this one is the V8 Hemi 446 pack, pumping out 236 factory horsepower. Yes, it's not that high, but considering some of the other ones we've done recently, that's a much better starting place than we have had, especially on that previous build for the lovely Opel Kadett. That was a very low starter. So this is a bit higher, so hopefully we'll be able to squeeze some power out of this one today. Let's have a look at it. She's a thing of beauty. I love the styling of this car. I cannot wait to get it on the drag strip. Hopefully we'll be able to squeeze some speed out of it, but yeah, we are missing the entirety of the engine bay, apart from the bolts that seem to stick, I believe, thanks to the TKAftermarket mod on this particular engine, but I'm not sure. But we are missing absolutely everything else from the engine bay. There isn't that much in here. We've only got the radiator, the fuse box up here, the battery tray up here, and a brake servo just down there. The rest of it is the engine block, the engine, the exhaust, fuel tank, and fuel pump down the back. So there isn't much to it. But again, from the looks of all of this, we do have all of the suspension set up there. I'm always happy when that happens. Yep, that looks like it's all there. We probably will have to get a drive shaft a bit later on. But yes, as you can see, there's a lot missing, especially that engine. Bodywork, not too bad. But one other thing to update you on while we're here is I got the turbo stang added to the show car board. Thank you to everyone for voting, although we did only manage to get it 6th on our show car board. Still with that 9.06 score out of 10. So still a very good voting round, very good choices. 4 of you voted for this one, but we got it into 6th place on the show car board. It's not in that top 4, which means it won't be sat out the front, unfortunately. We will be putting it into parking and leaving it there, probably forevermore, unless someone calls me back to it a little bit later on. But there we go. Enough about that. Let's get started with this beautiful MG Midget. Cannot wait for this one. So let's get it into the car wash. Let's get it cleaned up. In the car wash with the MG Midget. Let's get this beautiful little car all cleaned. I never noticed that all the dials were in a lovely blue on there with this dark wood. Looking absolutely fantastic. Plus, you got all the wiring harnesses under there. All looking fantastic. I am loving that one. But let's get you all cleaned. See what colour you are underneath this dust and grime. Will we be keeping it whatever colour it is? I believe that's meant to be a black, which we may or may not be keeping. I haven't fully decided yet. But let's get the interior done. Get this beast back on the lifter. Get everything stripped out. There is nothing to strip out, so we won't be doing anything like that. We'll just be getting all the bodywork repaired and getting this one all back together, ready to go into the paint booth so we can pick some wonderful colours for it. I was in here scrapping everything off when I decided that we should make everything performance parts on this beautiful, beautiful MG Midget. 3-star performance parts. Give this one a bigger of a fighting chance as we can on the drag strip a little bit later on. So I'm just going to crack through and get all of these done. I just thought I'd let you know. And then we'll jump back and get all of the bodywork sorted on this beautiful Midget before putting it into the paint shop. See what we're going to do with the colours for this one today. That's everything repaired, replaced or upgraded, ready to go back on the beautiful MG Midget, including spending 6,481 scrap, making all of the performance parts up to 3-star performance parts, hopefully increasing the power of this beautiful Midget by just that extra little bit. Give it a fighting chance on the drag strip. Now, let's check out this beautiful body. Before we jump into anything, let's get in and see what we've got available for this MGTA Midget Roadster. Car part 1, lovely grille. 2, I'm unsure. We'll come to that later. 3, 4, and 5, they all look to be separate. 6, front bumper, clamshell, front end, door, fender, headlight, tail light, bumper, clamshell, fender. Oh, rear right fender. That makes sense. Right headlight, right side mirror, tail light, and windshield. So everything is just a straight up like for this classic midget. That does make my life a little bit easier. So let's just start pulling some of this off. What have we got? I'm sure that was a part. Front bumper, out you come. Front left fender, out you come. What else have we got on here? Door. The roll cage. The roll cage is a part. Car part 3. Rear wide body fender. That's just part of the body. That's all part of the body. Door on the other side. We'll get to that one in a minute. 6. That's a fuel tank under there. Little spoiler up there. And the rear clamshell just on there as well. Keep going around. Rear right fender. Out you come. Rear right door. Front right door even. Rear right door. And a mirror off of there. And I think that might be everything. Now, there is something you have to do with the interior in here. As you can see, there's just a little bit of seat that pokes up through so that you can sit down if you need to. But these seats themselves are built in underneath. So I'm just going to whip them out. I'm going to put the exact same seats back in so we don't have to worry about it later. And I do think I'll select that steering wheel for the time being, and we'll see if we like it when we go to put it back on a little bit later on. But is that now everything stripped off the MG Midget? That's not the right screen. That's showing 1%, and there is nothing showing up on there. So we have got everything nice and easy. And as everything is like for like, I'm just going to go in and get everything repaired and then buy what we need to buy in just a minute. So I'm going to crack on, get all of this done, and I'll be back in a second. That's everything repaired that we could repair for the Midget. So let's get in and see what we've got and start getting this beast back together. Fender definitely repaired you. Didn't repair you on the other side. Nice and simple. Front bumper, we did manage to repair you. Front end, I don't think we had, so we're going to have to grab that one anyway. Front clamshell, we didn't have either, so we're going to have to grab that one. Car part 1, no, we didn't have that either. Windshield, we're definitely going to need you, but door, did we manage to? Nope, that was a bad condition door as well. Rear left fender, we managed to get you. Clamshell, nope, didn't manage to get you either. Car part 6, no. Rear bumper, we didn't have one. That makes sense, that's fine. Rear right fender, no, didn't manage to repair you either. Door, we managed to get a door. There we go. We like that. And front right fender, I think we already tried that one, didn't we? Yes. Okay, so let's go and buy the things we need to buy. Let's. Oh, I don't need you, I don't think. We'll find out later. Steering wheel will come back to rear right fender we needed. And then the rear right fender. We'll come back to this steering wheel and the seats a little bit later on. But let's start getting all of this in and hopefully looking good. That front end does look incredible. Very impressed with that. On you go there. We will need a license plate. Oh, it's a little front lip. We don't have the little front lip. We also need the headlights. Let's get around. Let's hit some of this in and hopefully get it all looking good. On you go there. Let's get you on. Oh, we missed the roll cage. We're going to need you. That's not the right button. We're going to need you as well. Rear bumper on you go. Car part 4 on it. You go there. Let's just put our blank license plates on for the minute. Get our tail lights ready to go. On we go with that fender on that side. And did we manage to replace the mirror? We managed to repair the mirror. The car part... Oh, that's what car part 2 was. It was the windshield wipers. That makes sense now. So let's go and grab the extra parts we need from there. Put our blank front license plate on. And I'll be back in a second. There we go. We got everything bought. So let's get it all back on the car then. I've even got the interior sorted. Well, some of the interior sorted. We'll get to that in a moment. That's not the right button on there. Let's keep going around. Make sure we got everything. The windshield wipers, in you go up there with a lovely little motor on the back as well. That's how it's all powered. I love that. Nice little detail. Thank you very much. Oh, do you know what I forgot? We haven't done all of the welding yet, so we'll have to crack on and get the welding done. But I think that might be everything for the bodywork. Let's just get the welding done very quickly. We go into here, 40% of the frame, and I bought the car for $31,000. And I've seen all the prices of the parts, so I think this one's going to sell quite a bit. So I'm going to go with 2,500. 2,000, but there we go. Not too far off. That is all of the welding done. Come on, get it finished. There we go. Now let's just get our interior in. As I said for the front seats, I'm just putting them back in as they come out. Make sure they stick out enough so that we can still sit down on them a little bit later on. I just opened that door. You see that little gap in it? That's where you can sit down. One over there as well. Nice. And the driver's side is on the other side, so that makes sense. But let's crack on. Now, I've got some steering wheel options. I'm not sure what to go for. I wanted something retro looking, but with some dark wood, considering we've got the dark wood on the dashboard. So let's try the RX3 steering wheel. How does that look? The wood is definitely not the same. I wonder if we... Oh, I did not mean... Oh, wow, you can click on the steering wheel to sit down. I didn't realize you could do that. That's cool. Anyway, back out with that steering wheel. The Mazda one definitely is not what we're after. So let's go for the Cuda one. What do you look like? hold your horses. Is it even attached to anything? I just added something to the basket. Did not need to do that. Oh, I see. So, oh, there is a stem in there. There is a stem in there. I mean, that doesn't look too far off, but it's still not quite what I'm after. If I can get a little bit better, I definitely will. So let's try the last option, which was just steering wheel 3, and see what you look like. No, we're definitely not going for that one there. So back out with you. I think we're just going to go for the CUDA wheel, and I'm hoping. That's a good choice of words. I'm hoping I can just make that a little bit redder or something like that, so I can get sort of that color onto there. It's more of like a teak color, isn't it? I absolutely love it. Beautiful style of wood. Just like to get that on the steering wheel, and then I'd be happy. But have we got everything? Let's put that welder away before I trip over it. Have we now got everything? Wrong screen. 100%, 100%, 100%. We have. We can get this beautiful MG Midget into the paint shop, pick some colors, and play around with some of them bits I was saying about. Let's get that done, and I'll be back in a second. Here we are then in the paint shop with the MG Midget TA Roadster. Looking nice in this beautiful matte purple. This is what we're going with today, sort of like a bluey purple. That's the color codes we've gone for it. Just straight up matte, how it comes out, 80-50-0. And we are also painting all the screws and bolts in a black on there, hopefully to make this one look pretty awesome. So let's get that all on, get you applied, looking wonderful. I'm hoping that's going to be fantastic. And I'm pretty sure with this one, you can't open this front clamshell, no, so you have to take it off to see the engine bay. So we'll get that one off, and it is a very purple and lots of chrome in there. So I think we're going to keep with the purple, chrome, and black theme. There's a bit of black in there as well. I think that's looking quite nice. But let's get that clamshell back on there. The one thing I have already changed is this beautiful steering wheel. As you can see, I just added a little layer of red to it over the top, and it's sort of blended in really nice with that dashboard. Now I think that's looking fantastic on there. Everything else, I don't know. I think maybe we should change this roll cage. So car part 3, let's try and get that into a chrome, looking more like the front of it, because we're going to use lots of chrome on this one. So let's give that a bash. If we go into paint part, and I'm just going to type car part. Oh, I've got 2 of them, apparently. I don't know why, but never mind. We'll go for the purple one. And what we're going to do is we're just going to set this onto a base of white, and then we're going to just move this along here to the chrome. And we're just going to make sure it covers everything. So we'll just go replace paintable material, put that back on, and hopefully that should give a nice chrome finish to the roll cage. Let's just get it back on. I can't believe I've got 2, but never mind. We'll get one of them sold off, and that just adds a little bit more chrome to it. Maybe this spoiler to go to a black. Let's give that a bash, see what we think of that one. Off you come, car part 4. Let's get you going. Have I doubled up on this as well? Car part 4, no, just the one of them, so that's good. And we're just going to go for a black, and we're going to keep it in a matte finish on there, and hopefully that's going to look good. Let's get you painted and get you back on the car and see how that looks. Oh, that's not the right mode. I want to go just into there, put it back onto car part 4, and get that spoiler back on there in black. Do we like it in the black? Should I have left it in purple? Let me know in the comments down below. And I think maybe we will actually go back to a purple with that one, because it just looks a bit boring. You've already got the black cover, so I'm going to go back to the purple on that one, and hopefully it's going to look awesome. Just putting this one back on in the purple now, and yeah, it does look a bit better in the purple, just gives it a bit more colour at the top. So there we go. That's everything for the time being. As I said, we're going to use lots of chrome. It is a very similar chrome, so we're going to use lots of that inside the engine bay. Probably lots of that on the suspension as well, because most of it should be visible with these lovely flared arches looking fantastic. So there we go. I'm going to crack on, get everything else painted. Then we can start getting this beautiful MG Midget Roadster all back together, ready to tear up the drag strip. That's everything painted for our MG Midget Roadster, and already just from that front end we can see all the suspension. It is looking quite good in my opinion, but let's get this front clamshell off and check out the engine bay first. Now there isn't really much you can see in here. We've got our radiator at the front there, we've got the brake booster just down at the back, and then the other little bits that are in there are the battery just up here on a purple tray with a purple bracket and chrome rods and a black fuse box, but they're hidden inside this lovely metal container, so you can't actually see them. But the radiator in there looking nice through that grill, because we've got purple vents on it, so we've just got a little bit of black just hidden behind it. Can't really see it too well, but it is there, and it is looking good. That's it for the engine bay. Let's check out the suspension. We've got no cross member on these ones, so we've just got the lower arms in the chrome on there, along with the actual knuckle in chrome as well. Purple bushings, purple sway bar, and then chrome sway bar end link with the black shocks and purple springs and purple brake calipers on the front. Looking very, very nice. I think all of that's looking fantastic. Ignore the floaty bolts. They will disappear when we pop the engine in. Down at the back, it is drum brakes, sadly, but we kept it with a purple drum on it. Then we got purple U-bolts and the plate on the bottom with black leaf springs and black shocks. And again, purple bushings on there. Fuel tanks in a black with a lovely purple fuel pump. And the cross member at the back is chrome with the purple housing, case, cover, whatever you want to call it, and the beautiful black bolts in there. Looking fantastic, but now we need to go and build the beautiful 440 Hemi 6-pack engine. So let's go and get that done and see what we've done with the colours to this one today as we come into the other room. And let's see what we've got. Obviously, I've already got the heads on, the block on, the oil pan, and all the innards all done in there. Inside the heads, you've got 8 of these push rods on either side and then 1 set of rocker arms. It's just the 1 rocker arm on the outside. So 16 push rods and 2 rocker arms all together. Then we've got 4 spark plugs on each side, so 8 of them in total. Don't miss them out. And again, we've still got our floaty bolts. Then your cam shaft runs down through the middle there. Obviously, your crankshaft underneath it with a cam gear and a timing chain on the end. But let's crack on and start getting the rest of this beautiful engine all together and ready to go. Starting with that timing cover in a beautiful black on the front there. Just really finishing it off. And then we've got a chrome crankshaft pulley and a chrome water pump on there, just with a splash of purple on it. Looking very nice at the front there. On we go. We do also have a water pump pulley, just in a black on the front there. And these 2 arms are both in a beautiful purple, matching in with the rest of that block. Looking very, very nice. Then we can get on the alternator, which is in purple and chrome. Again, the wrong way round, because I can never get it to go the actual way I want it. I'd like it the other way round. Chrome on the outside, purple bits on there. Power steering pump, chrome and purple. But again, looking better. You got the main block of it in the chrome with just the wheel in that purple. I like that. I think it looks very nice. Oil filter in a purple down there. And then our belts, as per normal, just blacked out and are ready to go. So let's get them on. And then we got a big old chrome radiator fan going on at the front there, keeping up with the chrome theme. All these bolts will go black once we pop them in the car. But let's crack on. Ignition coil fully blacked out. No badging left on there or anything like that. Ignition distributor in the purple and chrome. Love the quality of life mod and mixing the paint colours. Nothing with the rotor. And then the cap on top is in a lovely black with some beautiful purple clips just going on just to finish it off. There we go. Now, let's get these engine head covers done because I think the rest of this is a little bit broken. So we're going to crack on with these. Head covers are just in black. That one actually worked very, very well. So we'll get the other one on the other side. In you go. Oh, it's actually the rocker arms that are the issue, along with this manifold as well. So I think if I put this one on, it will go fine, just in a beautiful chrome on there. And then if I put the other one on, it should auto place all the bolts in because of whatever that bug is, I believe, from the TKAftermarket mod. There you go. It just did them all up on its own, just like magic. Now we've got our fuel filter in you go in a beautiful purple up there, and our intake manifold. Now everything is 3-star performance. All the performance parts are 3-star. So we've added a little bit extra power to this beautiful little MG Midget. Give it a fighting chance on the drag strip. But let's crack on. We got carburetor C's. Now, these ones are in a purple block with chrome accent bits on there, I suppose. So let's get both the C's on, because that's the way they painted. And then I think it's the B. Yeah, the carburetor B is the other way round, purple accent bits with chrome body. Just to keep it looking a little bit different. I think it looks quite good in there, just separating things up enough. Then the air filter base is just in a black. I have actually painted the air filter for, I believe, the very first time. Just a cheeky little purple on there with a chrome air filter cover on the top. Looking very, very good. And the last piece to go on is the ignition wires, which obviously are 3-star performance. And they're in a lovely purple on there. I think that engine is looking absolutely fantastic. So now we need to get it off the stand and dropped into our race car MG Midget Roadster. That's the crane over. Let's get the engine dropped in and see how good this looks inside the engine bay. Get the crane put away first and let's have a look-see. There is one in there. It's very low down. I still think it looks quite good, though. Not that we're ever really going to see it because that clamshell covers it up. Do we think that's a little too low? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'm just going to put some torch on it so we can actually see. I'm going to come away a little bit. And then if you get a little bit of torch on it, and then go into the options and just change it around, the torch will stay fixed wherever you left it, which was floating up there somewhere, just shining a little bit of light down on this engine. There we go. And under here, all the black bolts looking very, very nice. A lot of it is in black, so we can't see it anyway. But I'm liking all the black, purple, and chrome. I think that's come out very, very nicely. Again, what do you think? Do let me know in the comments below. But let's get underneath. We got a few bits to finish off. We got the gearbox to get in, drive shaft, and all of the exhaust ready to go on there. Hopefully, it's going to look awesome. Let's get it all in, starting with that gearbox in a lovely purple and chrome. There's a little splash of chrome on there. I knew there was meant to be some somewhere. There we go. Looking very good. The starter itself is just blacked out, obviously with its black bolts. And then our drive shaft running through the middle is also in purple and chrome. Just a little bit of purple on there, mostly showing up all the chrome. Let's get you all bolted up and ready to go. And then we've just got the exhaust to do. And then we can get on and get some rims done. So let's get the front exhaust in. This is all chromed out. Obviously, the catalytic converters are one of the delete pipes, whichever one it is. The cat delete pipes. That makes sense, obviously. Then in the middle, our middle muffler is the resonator delete pipe. So we're basically straight piping this old MG Midget with a rear muffler just on the end there. All chromed out, looking absolutely fantastic. Loving that one. Think it looks beautiful. We're not going to tint the windows today because we've only got a windshield. But let's have a walk out from underneath and see what we can see. Plenty of black, purple, and chrome under there. All looking absolutely beautiful. Stunning, stunning car. Absolutely loving it. But let's get it back down on the ground. Let's get the liquids topped up. And then we need to get some beautiful wheels done for this lovely car. And then get it outside in the sun. The rim we've gone for today is the DB5 rim. It's a very good looking rim, but we're definitely not sticking with that white. So let's get our custom purple on there. And I think maybe some chrome if we can get it. I'd like to get the arms all chromed out and nothing else. So let's see if we can do that one. Everything, no. Mixed 1, no. Mixed 2, no. Mixed 3 is giving me chromed arms, purple rim, purple knockoff. Can I get something slightly better? Don't like that one. Well, I do, but not what I'm after. And paint and mix is not what I want. So we're going to go with 3, which is all of the chrome arms, chrome hub, and then the purple knockoff and the purple rim around the outside. So let's get that painted, get all these rims together, and get them on our beautiful MG Midget. Just balancing the last wheel now. Only 2 pips to balance, so let's get it on and get these onto the car and get this beautiful MG Midget all finished off. Rear rims, if we go on, as I said, it's the DB5 rim, not rim 272. That's something I was testing with. So we'll go on for the rears. It is an 18-inch rim with 195 width and a 50 profile. No ET needed. Let's get them on. We'll see how they look in just a second. Looking very nice down at the back there. The front, ever so slightly different size. We've gone for a 185 width, a 50 profile, still an 18-inch rim, but ET of 15 on the front, just so that the brake caliper doesn't clip with these arms too much. That's just why we needed that tiny bit of ET. I assume if you have the normal brakes, you wouldn't actually have that issue and you wouldn't need to do the extra bit of ET. But I think that's looking pretty good. Let's get it down on the ground. We will put that front clamshell back on, don't worry. I just want to see how these wheels look. Yeah, they don't stick out too far at the front there. Still fitting in quite nicely into them fenders. And at the back, looking quite good as well. With obviously the knockoff sitting very far out, which I quite like. And I think it looks fantastic. But let's get that front clamshell back on and get this beautiful car all finished off. Next up, we're going to get outside in the sun. Then we're going to dyno this beast. And then it'll be onto the drag strip. There we go. Almost finished with the MG TA Midget Roadster, built for the drag strip with a full 3-star performance parts tune on there. Hopefully we've increased it by quite a bit, but we need to get these license plates sorted. To do that, just take the front bumper off because that front license plate is quite hard to reach. And let's get it back on. And we've gone for our VM plates with MG Hemi on there today. Yes, it was a slight play on MC Hammer in my head, but MG Hemi is what we've gone for because this is a Hemi-powered MG. Let's get that rear plate off of there and get this one all sorted out as well. On you go, MG Hemi. I'm liking that. I think it looks very, very nice. Very impressed with this car. Excellent work by Jackyl. It is fantastic. But let's get inside and see what this one sounds like. I do love the suicide doors. Don't forget the little pips on the seats there, just where you can get a place to sit down. Although you can just click on that steering wheel. How good does that steering wheel look with a slightly red finish on that red tinted dashboard? Absolutely beautiful on there. Loving that one. But let's get it started. See what it sounds like. Typical Hemi rumble there, but let's give it some gas. Oh, it does sound mean at that top end. Sounding fantastic. Liking it a lot, but let's get this beast onto the dyno. See what its horsepower is. and what his drag racing will be. On the dyno with the Hemi-powered MG TA Midget Roadster race car, pumping out 236 factory horsepower. How much have we increased it by today after giving it a beautiful new look? Let's take a look. All 3-star performance parts, giving us an extra 329 horsepower, 140% gained. That 3-star tune really has helped us out there, done us our big favour, bringing us up to a total horsepower of 564 from a car from 1938. Yes, 1938 MG Midget Roadster with 564 horsepower and a drag rating of A, 767. Should put us in good stead for the drag tournament, although I'm not sure if we'll be able to win, but there is only one way to find out. But before we do that, let's have a look at the gearbox tune we've gone for today. That's what we've gone for, 2.32 ratio with 80 kilometers an hour in first gear, up to a reported 299 kilometers an hour in the fourth gear. I'm not sure if we'll quite make it up to there in a quarter of a mile, but we will certainly find out in just a minute. No ECU in this one, but we do have 3 fully tuned carburetors, giving us 3% gain each. If you want to see how to easily tune the carb every time, it is the harder one of the two, in my opinion. But there is a video linked just up here, or it's linked in the description below, along with the easy ECU tuning video, which is also in the description below. Both short videos, less than a minute, nice and easy to watch, and we'll just give you a helping hand with a little bit of the ECU and carburetor tuning. But enough about that. Let's get this beautiful MGTA Midget Roadster onto the drag strip and see if she's still got what it takes. The very classic MGTA Midget Roadster is onto the drag strip, probably one of the first times it's ever seen one of these. So let's get on with it. King of the Sands, quarter of a mile A-class, as we are in a mid-range of the A-class. Pay our 1,000 entry fee and see who we've got up against us today. Our first race is against the Time Attack Ford Sierra, not a Merca. I'm telling you, it's a Ford Sierra. Our opponents, we got French Toast. Nice to see you in the Hamad Austral S. We also have Mietzi. Good to have you back again, buddy, in the Ford Mustang Drag. Who else have we got with us? That looks to be it. If I've missed anybody out, I do apologise. But let's get on with our first race against the Time Attack Ford Sierra. Could be quite a hard one for our classic MG. What a lineup, a classic MG versus wide-bodied Ford Sierra. Looking absolutely fantastic. But who's going to take this first race? Hopefully it'll be us. So let's just get in. That's a weird driving position. Let's go. Come on, MG. You can do this off the line. Into second quite early there. Into third. Where is the Ford? It is not anywhere near. Oh, it is sort of near us. But let's get into fourth gear. And across the line. That looks like we've won our first race from a very strange driving position. 9.451 seconds to the quarter of a mile. Fantastic from the beautiful MGTA Midget. Loving that one at 246 kilometers an hour. Almost a whole second on that Ford Sierra to the quarter of a mile. So I'm very, very impressed with that one. First race is done. Nice and easy. Let's get into the next one and see who we've got. French Toast and Mietzi made it through to the next round, and they face off against each other. One of them is potentially our next opponent if we can beat the Ford Fiesta Pikes Peak. So let's get in and let's find out if we can do it. Looks like we've got all the wide-body Fords as our opponents today, starting with the Ford Sierra. Now we've got the Ford Fiesta. Now this one's obviously the Pikes Peak one, but it is wild and crazy. And realistically, we shouldn't be able to beat it in a classic race car from 1938. But let's find out. Let's go. Come on, you beautiful MG. Show the world what you're made of. Let's get into second and into third. Where's that Fiesta? We are way in front of that Fiesta. I'm liking that one. Let's get into top gear and across the line. Was that better than our first run? 9.537. Sadly, not quite as good as our first run. Definitely a little bit better there, but the same top speed at 246 kilometers an hour. They're getting closer, about half a second closer than the Ford Sierra. But let's get into the next round and see who we've got. Mietzi made it through and is our next opponent, continuing with the Ford theme of today. Sadly, we did lose French Toast and the Hamad Austral S, which is a bit of a shame, but we are definitely keeping up with that Ford theme. Even if we make it into the final, we are the only non-Ford in here. So let's get on and see if we can beat Mietzi in the Ford Mustang Drag, a car we know well and truly that is hard to beat on the drag strip. Can we make it 3 from 3 from the Fords today? We've already beaten the Sierra and the Fiesta. Now it's time for Mietzi in the Ford Mustang Drag versus our beautiful MG Hemi MG Midget. Let's get on and see if we can win this race. Let's go. Come on, MG. Can we beat all of the Fords? 3 for 3 from the Fords, make it into the final and win this tournament. We are winning as it stands. Sorry, Mietzi, but you're about to be beaten by an MG Midget on the drag strip. How does that feel? Probably not that good, in all honesty. The Ford Mustang drag beaten by the MG TA Midget Roadster with a 9.548 seconds to the quarter of a mile. Sadly, not as good as our first run. I did miss a gear change as well, leaving us with a slightly less top speed of 244 kilometers an hour. But we've made it into that final. We know we're going to be facing off against one Ford, but which Ford will it be? Will it be another Ford Mustang? Or will it be the other Ford Fiesta? Sorry, Mietzi, we knocked you out of that one, but we have made it into the final against another Ford Mustang drag. So we've beaten all of the Fords already today. We just need to beat this one to finish it off and take our full prize money. So let's get on with it. Let's go. Did we bring a midget to a Ford day or something? It seems a bit weird that we've had all Fords on the drag strip. First the Sierra, then the Fiesta, then the Mustang drag, and now a secondary Mustang drag that might be a little bit better, but this is the final. So now we need to get this win and take the total prize money. Let's go. Come on, MG. We've made it this far. Let's just get into the fight. Let's just win the final and take all of that prize money for ourselves. And we are, again, beating that Ford Mustang drag into top gear and across the line. What was our time and speed? Be a big good one. Still a good one, but not as good as our first run. At 9.551 seconds to the quarter of a mile with a top speed of 246 kilometers an hour. Absolutely smashing all of the Fords today. 4 for 4 from the Fords. The MG has came out triumphant at the end there. Let's go and collect our prize money and get this MG back to the garage. And there's our prize money. It feels good to be back into that, winning the 11,250. Already mitigating our losses from the beginning of 3,919. So we're very, very happy about that one. Let's get that collected, get back to the garage, and see if we could sell on this beautiful MG for a tasty bit of profit, especially now knowing that it is a drag tournament champion. The MG's on the speederboard coming in third place, and I am so incredibly impressed with third place. You will not believe. The MG TA Midget Roadster race car, 3-star tune on there. 564 horsepower, the total amount, with a quarter of a mile in 9.451 seconds. Third place, beating out the M2 M Performance G87 BMW. Absolutely fantastic on there. With a top speed of 246 kilometers an hour or 103 miles per hour. And I will just say, rounded up. It's something like 152.8. Just rounded up to 153. So even though they're a kilometer an hour apart out in the kilometers an hour, they're the same speed in miles per hour. But there we go. Loving that one from the MGTA Midget Roadster. Third place on the speederboard. Absolutely fantastic. But let's get back outside and see if we can sell this one on for a nice bit of profit. Well, there we have it. Third place from the 1938 Roadster race car. Absolutely fantastic from this beautiful little MG Midget. Love this mod from Jackyl. A link in the description below. Third place. I still can't get over that. But let's talk some facts and figures. I bought the car for $31,586 and could have sold it and lost out on $3,919 at the beginning of the episode. But we didn't do that. We since spent a further $83,582 upgrading and modifying, tuning and painting this beautiful car, paying our total spend at $115,168. Is there some money to be made? Let's get in. Let's take a look. I still can't get over 1938 MGTA Midget coming third place on our top 10 speederboard out of 7, but with 9.5 seconds on the quarter of a mile. Absolutely fantastic. All now 100% finished, ready to be sold on for some profit. Third place on the speederboard, a drag tournament winner. Will it add some pennies to the sale price at the end? Probably not, but let's get in. The engine in this one is that Hemi 440 6-pack, 236 factory horsepower. We increased it by 140%, up to 564 with the 3-star performance tune and tuning them carburetors and getting all the performance parts on there. Absolutely fantastic, but it did cost us $115,168 to get there. Can we make some money? Yes. Yes, we can, and quite a lot of it. With a sale price of $339,193, leaves us with $224,025 profit from this beautiful MG. As I said, a link in the description below. Excellent work from Jackyl. I really do love this one. It is fantastic and definitely a nice little drag racer for an under 10-second car. But there we go. Time to say goodbye. Off you go, MG Midget. Now, the Ford Mustang, you did all vote. Well, those that you did vote didn't quite make it into the crashy game. I have no idea what happened there. But there we go. It didn't quite make it into the top 4 to sit out front. So we're now just going to move this one over to parking. I honestly have no idea what happened to my game there. We're going to swap this into a different place in the parking lot, down at the end with all of our custom-built cars. In you go there. Let's get you put away, and then let's come back. What have we got next? This is the latest mod from Lit, another sort of relatively new mod. This is the Audi RS5 2024 edition. The Lit edition is the model we've gone for, and I cannot wait for this one. It's going to be a lot of fun. I do love an Audi. I'm hoping it's four-wheel drive, and this should be a drag strip monster. It is a Lit edition, so it should be pretty good. I'm not sure if I had to add anything to this one because I bought it quite a while ago, but if it's Lit, he probably made it available in the salon and the auction house and not the junkyard. So I added the junkyard so I could get it from the bad auction house and we could get one that needed some work. Again, it's a brand new car. Flood damage. We'll say it was flood damaged and needed to be repaired. That's my go-to one if it doesn't make sense. But there we go. Flood damaged Audi RS5 is what we're working on next time. We got it from the bad auction house, but again, it's pretty good. It's only got 4,218 kilometers on there. Did we get a good deal for it? Yes, we actually did. 40,828 is what I paid. And I could sell it and make money of 2,481 with a sale price of 43,309. As it is, that doesn't happen very often and genuinely shocked me a little bit, especially with my game freezing up earlier. I don't know what to do. But anyway, the engine in this one is the V8 double overhead cam NSN engine, pumping out 530 factory horsepower. A nice V6 to play with. Hopefully we can increase this by quite a bit and make this an absolute drag beast to potentially knock that MG down a peg or two on that speederboard. So this is what we will be working on in the next episode, coming to you on Monday. I hope you're looking forward to it. I know I am. So make sure you join us back here on Monday for the beautiful Audi RS5. What did you think of our little Roadster drag MG midget today? Coming in third on the speederboard, it definitely impressed me. I can tell you that for nothing. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a cheeky little like if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, if you can afford to help me out in the most best way possible, hit that join button below and come and join the VM Garage Club or Garage Club. The lovely members on screen now. It's a place where you can get all my configs and liveries that I create, especially the competition entries and stuff like that. But most importantly, just a way you can support me as a content creator for £2.99 a month or whatever that may be in your local currency. If you can afford it, click the join button below and help us out. If not, I completely understand. Continue support by watching the content that I create. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day, whatever it is you're getting up to. And as always, my jumpy game is being annoying. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Like and subscribe for Virtual Mechanic.